Karnataka Bank, Canara Bank, Union Bank of India, and special thanks to Anand Motors and Vasily Lubricants Private Limited. Let's begin the next session of the day. This session will be presented by CA SS Nayak, past chairman of Mangalore branch of SIRC of ICAI, and CA Sanket S Nayak from Bangalore. Their topic of discussions will be funding for MSMEs from banks and financial institutions and professional opportunities in MSME sector. I would request CA SS Fini to brief about them.
Thank you, ma'am. So I'm going to introduce those people who actually need no introduction for today. You have witnessed the wonderful coordination that has been done through the entire day. So let me take the privilege to introduce CA SS Nayak to the audience. He is acclaimed as the Nani Palkiwala of Mangaluru, Dakshina Kannada, and through his annual budget speeches, he has given a lot of information to the people of Mangalore. He has written 3 books, Words of the Wise, More Words of the Wise, and Wise Words of the Wise, which is a collection of 200 plus quotes, sharing wisdom on ease of business, ease of living, etc. He has a lot of accomplishments to his name, like the KBL Nitte Lifetime Achievement Award at the MSME CONCLAVE for exemplary contributions to MSME sector, Lifetime Achievement Award for mentoring MSMEs and startups at the HDFC BCCI MSME CONCLAVE Mumbai, Nitte KBL MSME Ratna Award in MSME Conclave of 2019, Karnataka Rajyotsava Dakshina Kannada District Award 2021 for Social Service, Samaja Ratna Award at the Rajangana of Sri Krishna Temple, Udupi, Basavashri National Award, 5th World Kannada Vachana Sahitya and Samskritika Sammelana, Mangaluru, and he also addressed on the topic of role of humor in life at Akka Sammelana held in Dallas, USA. He's featured as Harsha Bharata Vyakti in All India Radio, star of GSB by Youth of GSB, and the past chairman of ICAI. He's been the director, coordinator, and anchor of a popular television show, Business Tonic, which has telecasted 200 episodes till now, sharing knowledge on various topics of taxation, life, and spirituality. A warm welcome to you, sir, to address the gathering today. Our second resource person is CA Sanket S Nayak, who has completed CA at a very young age of 21 years. So that is truly an achievement to his name. He has completed a decade of practice at Bangalore and also completed DISA from ICAI, CPA from USA, and is a registered valuer for securities and financial assets with IBPI. He's addressed various professional forums, including the Saraswat Chamber of Commerce, Mangalore, Productivity Council, Goa Chamber of Commerce, and is a resource person on the Fintelligent Investor, a YouTube and Instagram channel which gives topics on taxation and finance. So today, this will be a joint session on funding for MSMEs and professional opportunities in MSMEs for the audience today. So I request both our resource persons, CA SS Nayak and CA Sanket S Nayak, to take over the session and enlighten our audience on what are the professional opportunities we have and what are the MSME funding opportunities. Thank
you. Good afternoon. Are you sleeping? No. Had to sleep after my speech. Okay, good. Let me start from a lighter note. Normally what happens in almost all the sessions, wherever I go, they keep my session post-lunch. Then I ask some people, sir, why you are keeping post-lunch session for me? Then they told, we don't want audience to sleep. If you talk, definitely you will not sleep, you will not let them to sleep also. That's why we are giving the post-lunch session. So there is one lighter version. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ? ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಟೀಚರ್ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಂತೆ. ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ? ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್, ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಲಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹಿಡನ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಈಗ ಮೊಹೆಂಜೊದಾರೋ ಹರಪ್ಪ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಉತ್ಖನನ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ವಿ ಕುಡ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಳೆ ಶಿಲಾಯುಗದ ಕೆಲವು ಐಟಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಅದು ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ. Invention means which was not at all existing earlier. Now it is invented newly. Like our Startup India initiative and all, they are finding out new things. Correct? Now in petroleum we are mixing naphtha and all. These are all invention. Correct? Teacher used to explain, but in spite of very nice explanation, ಎದುರು ಬೆಂಚಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ ಅನಿಲ್ ಭಾರದ್ವಾಜ್ ಕೂಡ ತೂಕಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಪಾಠ ಕೇಳೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಚಿನವ್ರು ಹೇಗಾದ್ರು ತೂಕಡಿಸೋರು. ಆವಾಗ ಟೀಚರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಬೇಸರ ಆಯ್ತಂತೆ. If anybody gives proper example for distinguishing between discovery and invention, I will give prize ಅಂತ. ಅನಿಲ್ ಭಾರದ್ವಾಜ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ, ಪನ್ನರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಚಿನವರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಮ್ಯಾಮಿಗೆ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಆದರೂ ಓಕೆ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ. ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮೈ ಫಾದರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಮೈ ಮಮ್ಮಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಮೀ ಅಂತ. Okay, now regarding MSME, I am very, very proud to say that right from the day one of my profession, I have been mentoring MSMEs. Now it is countless. Every day I am mentoring. It is my passion, and I have given lectures on MSME in various forums, and in my TV show, Business Tonic. Which is the show? Business Tonic. We are giving tonic to business people. If you assess YouTube, not now, after my show, if you assess Business Tonic, all my 200 episodes you can see in the channel, our YouTube. It is displayed every Sunday 10 to 11:30 Namma Kudla channel. Even our Anil Bharadwaj has appeared in our show. Our CA Pannaraj sir has also appeared. And our very most popular and smart anchor in our channel is also CA Yashaswini, also has appeared in many times. Now CA Sanket also was there. In our 200 show, more than 400 resource persons have appeared. You say whatever may be the topic, that topic is there in Business Tonic. Many professionals, many academicians, many faculties, they refer it as a reference material or deliver lecture or give advice. If you say about RARA, we have done 2 to 3 episodes. If you talk about our branding, marketing, if you talk about GST, if you talk about income tax, if you talk about MSME, even that on International MSME Day also we have conducted a program on MSME. So this is the small introduction. Now, why this startups and MSMEs are more relevant? See, normally in an official area and most of the places what happens, ಪನ್ನಾರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು 10 ಜನ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಪನ್ನಾರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ 2 ಫೈಲ್ ದೂರ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ, ಪನ್ನಾರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಫೀಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? 50,000. ಯಾಕ್ರಿ, ನಾನು 30,000ಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸತ್ಯ ಹೇಳಿ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಗೆ. ಬಟ್ if you practice in startup and MSME sector, you can be the leader. ನೀವು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಫೈಲ್ ಕದಿಯುವ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಫೈಲ್ ಎಳೆಯುವ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವ ಅಗತ್ಯವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. I am very proud to say that in my 35 years of profession, even single file of other chartered accountant I have not snatched. So I am very proud to say 35 years profession I have completed, and in spite of that, even single file. So you should be the creator of files. See, in initial stages, if a customer approaches you, if you support them, if you help them, if you handhold them, if you nurture them, if you mentor them, if you train them, if you teach them how to go in an ethical business practice, they will never leave you. They will never leave you. Even in case of banks, banking habits, right from day one you should make transaction in some banks. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? I don't want to comment upon your new generation bank, but still I want to comment. Somebody asked one question. There was a program in Taj Gateway. This Z Business, they conducted Dare to Dream program, across India, 30 places. In Mangalore, they conducted one show, Dare to Dream. In that, myself was the lead speaker. So, addressing all top entrepreneurs of Mangalore. In that show, one person asked, nowadays nationalized bank, they are having inertia, they are not supporting, they are public sector, but our HDFC or ICAI, Axis, they are all very good, tech savvy, that, this, that, all they asked. Then they told, what is your opinion? I don't want to discourage anything. Then I told them, see, nationalized and our Indian banks, they are like Indian wife, and this new generation banks are like American wife. ಗಂಡ ಗೊರಕೆ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ ಡೈವರ್ಸ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಮೆರಿಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಅವರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕೆನರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. It is from my place only. Ambembal Subbarao Pai has founded that bank. Then Union Bank of India irbodu. All these banks, one thing I will tell you, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಚೀಚೆ ಸತಾಯಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ whenever you want any support, definitely they will support you. With this small note, I would like to continue our session. Now, funding, financing and subsidies. Morning, many people, they took a lot of PPT presentations, right? See, normally what happens, speakers speak as per the PPT, right? Correct? According to me, power corrupts politician, PowerPoint corrupts speakers. Power corrupts politician, PowerPoint corrupts speakers. But I have prepared a lot of PowerPoints, but I will not go as per the PowerPoint, but I will go on speaking as per my speak PowerPoint will be played. That is other way around. Okay, that will be rarely you can find everywhere. With this small note, I would like to continue. Over to Sanket, you can just brief.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, after a heavy lunch, I am very lucky that SS Naik sir is also there. Otherwise, it would have been a difficult task for me to take this session alone. But with his talk, I think everyone has woken up. So, let me also take up my topic. So, I am talking on professional opportunities in MSME and startup sector. Now, what happens is many of the times now many of our existing traditional areas of practice are fast disappearing. We have been seeing that in the past 10 years or 5 years itself, we have seen the sea changes as far as our profession is concerned. At one point from 1980s till the late 2010 or I don't think tax audit limits are ever changed. It used to be 40 lakhs, suddenly they change it to 60, then 1 crore, then 2 crore, some cases now 10 crores also you don't need to do an audit. So many of the traditional areas which we used to focus on are now becoming more and more difficult for us to work. Similarly, bank audits also, which used to be at one point of time one of the cream areas for any CA, that is also becoming more and more difficult. Category 4 firms are almost impossible now. Category 3 also it's not assured that you'll get a firm. You'll get a bank audit. So all these areas, though they are good and it may be there for some more time, we have to definitely look into more and more newer areas of practice. See, they may not be exclusively reserved for us. I understand that audits in bank audits or tax audits are exclusively a CS domain. It was us, no other person could have done it. But going forward, we'll also have to look at many more areas where we definitely have the competence. We can definitely do it. But we'll have to make sure that, looking at so many financials on a day-to-day basis, looking at so many financial figures, a chartered accountant is best equipped to handle so many of the things. However, unfortunately, we are seeing more and more that there are a lot of other people who are coming into many of the other areas of work. However, we can definitely take the lead there and make sure that whenever a client wants to do something, the first person will usually think of is a chartered accountant. He will ask, what can I do? Or whom we can consult? He will definitely come to us. Or any newer person will be asking first, what can be done? So this is something where we need to take the initiative and we need to focus on some areas which many of us may already be doing. And if not, there may be some more areas which we definitely need to take a leap right now.
Now areas of, okay, let us cover about this micro, small and medium enterprises for, this is MSMEs. Now morning we had lot of sessions, right? We had lot of sessions in the morning, correct? But did you catch any points much? Be frank. Could you catch many points? Be frank, no problem. They are not there here. Morning, those who have taken session, they are already there. Be frank. Did you catch much? If you catch much, what you could catch? See, one thing I will tell you. Here, MSME definition. Who doesn't know? Everybody knows MSME definition. When it is changed, what is tiny, what is micro, what is small, what is medium. Now service and manufacturing is done away, that definition. All this for ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, 15 ನಿಮಿಷ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೇನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಊಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಮೇನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಮಿಸ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ? ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಮೇನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ so that you will not miss it, correct? Let me hit directly. Suppose if any entrepreneur will come to you, okay, they want money for any business, right? The easiest way to get the money, how it is possible? See, if you go to any bank in a normal course, if you want any loan, correct? How much margin you have to put? 25% margin you have to put. Suppose if your cost of the project is 25 lakhs, or if the cost of the project is 50 lakhs, how much margin you have to put? 25% of 25 lakhs means 6 lakhs 75,000. Here 25% of 50 lakhs, 12 lakh 50,000. If you don't have much money, then you will go to whom then? If you want money, especially new generation entrepreneur, first they will go to whom? Sorry? Father or mother, correct no? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆಯವರು ಹೇಳೋದು, ನಿನಗೆ ಇದು ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಜಾಬ್ ಇದ್ರು ಹೋಗು, ನಿನಗೆ ಇದು ಉಸಾಬರಿ ಬೇಡ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕರೇಜ್. ಆಮ್ ಐ ರೈಟ್? ಅಪ್ಪ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಡೀ ದಿನ. ಸೊ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾರ್ವಾಡೀಸ್. ಮಾರ್ವಾಡೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ. Even Marwadis, I have very good appreciation joke. Shall I tell with the permission of Vinod? Okay? One Khandan Marwadi, Jamdalal Das. Okay, Jamdalal Das, Jain, Italy. So he was Khandan, very great. He was in his last legs, 80 plus. ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರು ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. BKS ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ದು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಹೇಗಾದ್ರೆ ಗುಣ ಆಗುದಾದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ಈ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹಣ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಟೈಮ್ ಮುಗೀತು, ನೀವು ಜ್ಯೋತಿಷ್ಯರನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಇಸ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ನ ಕರೆಸಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಜಮಲಾಲಾಲ್ ದಾಸ್ then he told me, अरे प्यारी बीबी ललिता तू किधर है? ललिता आई, मैं क्या करूं? ಗಂಡ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ನಗಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅಳಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. मैं क्या करूं? थोड़ा गंगा जल तो डालो. ठीक है, गंगा जल हाकिದ್ರು. मेरा बेटा विनोद तू किधर है? मैं इधर हूं ना पापा. क्या करूं? थोड़ा गंगा जल तो डालो. ओ पापा, गंगा जल डालो. मेरा प्यारा बेटा, मेरी प्यारी बेटी शीतल तू किधर है? मैं इधर हूँ पापा. क्या करूं? थोड़ा गंगा जल तो डालो. ओ पापा. मेरा प्यारा बेटा मोहन तू किधर है? मैं इधर हूँ पापा. सब लोग इधर है, फिर दुकान में कौन है? This is the commitment which Marwadis have in business. That's why Marwadis never fail in business. They will never fail in business because there is commitment. That commitment if you have, definitely you can survive in business. Correct, no?
Sir, on a regular mode, even if you go to heaven, we see from there whether our children are doing proper business or not.
Correct. Now your forefathers are seeing you that you are doing very well in here. They are clapping now there also. So you must be wondering now, in USA, Dallas, USA, ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ವಾಸ್ ಮೈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ಅಮೆರಿಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಕ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ, ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಉಂಟು. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಸ್ಯ. ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ನಮ್ಮ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಕಲಾವಿದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ, ಗಂಗಾವತಿ ಪ್ರಾಣೇಶ್ ಇದ್ರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಚರ್ಡ್ ಲೂಯಿಸ್ ಇದ್ರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಪುತ್ತೂರಾಯರಿದ್ರು, ಕೃಷ್ಣೇಗೌಡ ಇದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರ ಎದುರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಜೋಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಆದ್ರೂ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ 15 ನಿಮಿಷ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಅವಾಗ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದರು ನೆನಪು ಬಂತು. ಏನು, ನನ್ನ ಮೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಹೋದರಿಯರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ಕ್ಲಾಪ್ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರಂತೆ. ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಕೆಪ್ಪಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾರಿ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅದು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದೆ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳುವ. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೇನಂತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೇನಂತೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ಪಕ್ಕ. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೇನಂತೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ಪಕ್ಕ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದರೇನು ರೊಕ್ಕ, ಕುಂತಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಕ್ಕ ಪಕ್ಕ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದರೇನು ರೊಕ್ಕ, ಕುಂತಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಕ್ಕ ಪಕ್ಕ. ಆದುದರಿಂದಲೇ ವಿಜೃಂಭಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ ಅಕ್ಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಕ್ಕ, ತಂಗಿ, ತಮ್ಮ, ಅಣ್ಣ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೈ ಚಪ್ಪಳ ತಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೇನಂತೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ MSME ಎಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ಸ್ ಪಕ್ಕ. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೇನಂತೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಪರಿಶೋಧಕರು ಪಕ್ಕ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದರೇನು ರೊಕ್ಕ, ಕುಂತಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಕ್ಕ ಪಕ್ಕ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದರೇನು ರೊಕ್ಕ, ಕುಂತಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಕ್ಕ ಪಕ್ಕ. ಆದುದರಿಂದಲೇ ವಿಜೃಂಭಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ MSME ಕಾನ್ಕ್ಲೇವ್ ಪಕ್ಕ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಆದುದರಿಂದಲೇ ವಿಜೃಂಭಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ MSME ಕಾನ್ಕ್ಲೇವ್ ಪಕ್ಕ. ಸೊ ನಾವು if you don't have money, what you will do? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, ತಾಯಿ ಹತ್ರ ಫೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಪ್ಪ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಡ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ there is one scheme, PMEGP scheme. You are all aware. ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಕೆಲವು ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ವಿಷಯ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು after the end of our session, we have made now joint session. Okay, tea will be served here only, no tea time. Okay. So that's why then in between we will compliment each other. Then we can ask questions also, practical for your practice also. So normally PMEGP scheme, what happens? Earlier up to June 2023, the scheme was for service and traders it was 10 lakhs. For manufacturing it was 25 lakhs, right? All of us aware. Okay. Now with effect from 1st June, that has been revised from, in case of service enterprise and traders, it has been increased from 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. In case of manufacturing concern, it has been revised from 25 lakhs to 50 lakhs. Newly qualified chartered accountants can also take benefit under this scheme. If you want to set up your CA office also, you can take loan under PMEG. Bankers illa iddare kodtiralla. Okay. PMEGP scheme also you can take loan. And the beauty in this is, if you are a special entrepreneur, only 5% margin. Who is special entrepreneur? Who is always special? You tell. Women are always special. Ladies, correct? No? Ladies, they are always special. Women entrepreneurs, they are special category. SC/ST entrepreneurs, they are special category. OBC entrepreneurs, they are special category. Then minority, they are special category. Then transgenders, they are special category. Then your ex-serviceman, physically challenged, they are all treated as special category. For them only 5% margin. 50 ಲಕ್ಷದ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? Only 2.5 lakh, 5%. General category they have to bring 10%. Clear? Okay. Then subsidy for special category in rural area 35% subsidy. Special category in urban area, urban area 25%, and special category in urban area 25%. Special category in urban area it is 15%, rural area it is 25% subsidy. So this is the beauty. But one thing is that trader and service enterprises, investment in fixed assets should be minimum 40% of the total cost. How much? Minimum 40%. 60% can be max working capital. You got me? Otherwise, ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಗೋಡೌನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. 40% minimum should be investment in fixed assets and 60% should be in working capital. Mr. Nagarjuna, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, in case of manufacturing enterprises, maximum working capital is allowed is 40%. How much? 40%. Up to 60% fixed assets investment. And above that, fixed assets can be any amount, but working capital ceiling is up to 40%. Now this is the beautiful, is it not a beautiful scheme? But in subsidy you can make online application through DIC also you will get, and directly through bank also you can apply, and subsidy puna ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ DIC ಹೋಗಿ ಕವರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡುವ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಾ. So you can directly deal. Okay, morning nobody has come now from state, maybe because of these reasons. Okay. So, okay, you need not have to give anybody anything. Straight away through bank you can do, you can online portal you can apply, and you can get the amount. On successful completion of 3 years, this subsidy amount which you get, that will be kept as a deposit in the bank. They don't give you any interest on the deposit. On the same amount of loan, they don't charge interest on loan also. After 3 years, they will appropriate this deposit to loan. Then, if you want to further expand, extended PMEGP scheme is there. That is the beauty of this scheme. What is this extended PMEGP scheme? Under this scheme, extended PMEGP scheme, manufacturing concern up to 1 crore, you can get a loan only with the same margin, and there also you will get 15% subsidy under extended PMEGP scheme. उसके लिए मैं बोला PowerPoint को गोली मारो. What I say is the correct one. Don't worry. ठीक है? So 15% subsidy will be there up to 1 crore that you can extend. In case of service enterprise, after 3 years successful, only another 5 lakhs more, up to 25 lakhs. Earlier, if you have taken at 10 lakhs, additional 15 lakhs. Correct? This is a scheme under PMEGP. Of course, there are some minor aspects, employment generation, that and all that you can give like a promise to a girlfriend. Okay? So in a project report, you can say, okay, so this many employment, and as per that, they will see and give you the loan. Once you repay the loan promptly, then they are not ನಿಮ್ಮ ಉಸಾಬರಿಗೆ ಯಾರು ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. And no collateral is required under PMEGP scheme. No collateral is required. If you give collateral, happily bankers will take, don't worry. And in such case, CGTMSE fees will not be debited to your account. Otherwise, CGTMSE fees 1.5% to up to 3% based on the category of the enterprise. Based on the category of the entrepreneurs, they are going to charge. This is about PMEGP scheme. Okay? Okay. You can explain about CGTMSE scheme. No.
So, CGTMSE, Credit Guarantee Trust for MSMEs. So, what happens in this scheme is that this particular line we discussed PMEGP now, there it does not have any subsidy, but however, collateral security is not mandatory up to 2 CR. So, this is a very good scheme under which that is there. Of course, there are it depends on what you are taking the funds for. It could be either for fixed assets or for working capital. So if you are buying machinery or even working capital for stock or book trades, it can be covered under CGTMSE scheme. So at the same time, however, there is no relaxed, the scheme by itself does not talk about any relaxed margin requirements. It goes under a regular scheme itself, what bankers are funding. It is just that there is no additional collateral security. However, like Sisnax just mentioned, the CGTMSE fee will be applicable. So if you are having collateral security, it is always advisable to give it, because at that point of time you will save on this fee. Otherwise, you will have to unnecessarily pay this additional fee to the banker, which they will be paying to the trust. So what happens here is that also now earlier it used to be only manufacturing and services. Now even trading can also be covered up to 1 CR. Even traders can also be covered. And yes, now with the revised definition where they are classifying traders also under MSME, I think up to 2 CR. Earlier it used to be 1 CR. Now they have correct that also is up to. And also there is an option of hybrid scheme as well, where what happens is, let's say you have some collateral security, but it is of only some limited value. So you can cover partly with that collateral security and partly under CGTMSE as well. Or let's say you have exceeded 2 CR, so up to 2 CR you can go under CGTMSE, and additional you can have some collateral security that can also be provided. So this is one of the most popular schemes in which you can go where you don't need any collateral security as such.
For startups, morning our two CEOs of incubation centers, they have beautifully explained about startups. For startups, CGTMSE scheme is available up to 10 crores funding. Up to 10 crores funding. Whether bankers are giving or not is different question, but there is a scheme up to 10 crores if they want CGSS, whatever name, it is SS. SS will be there. Okay, don't worry. So CGSS scheme, that is credit guarantee for startups. So up to 10 crore without collateral, there is funding will be there. Correct? Now there is a provision in the bank. But the problem, earlier in CGTMSE scheme was, earlier retail trade was not covered. Okay? Educational institutions, they were not covered under CGTMSE scheme earlier. Now educational institutions are also covered under CGTMSE scheme, and for educational institutions also you can apply working capital in the form of overdraft limit. Overdraft limit. See, working capital can be taken in either way of CC or by of OD. Okay, CC against stock and booklet statement, and OD it will be based on your cash budget method or turnover method. Some method will be there. That is working capital assess separate. If you want to take me on this one full session, I can take on working capital assessment and method. Okay. So educational institution, please remember, even education, if English medium school run ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫೀಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಜೂನ್ ಜುಲೈ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫೀಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಳ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕೊಡೋದು. So they can apply for overdraft limit with the bank. If they don't have collateral, it can be also covered under CGTMSE. Earlier it was not that. And earlier one limitation in CGTMSE scheme was, if you borrow a term loan, say if you borrow a term loan of 1 crore, repayable in 5 years, term loan. First year on 1 crore, 1.5%. How much is the CGTMSE fees? 1.5 lakh. Second year, even if the balance is 80 lakhs, earlier you should have paid on 1 crore. Last year, first beginning, even if the balance is 20 lakhs, you have to pay CGTMSE fees on 1 crore, 1.5 lakh. Now it has been changed. Now you have to pay based on last outstanding balance of the financial year or calendar year. Some year is there. Based on that, even working capital maximum amount drawn, on that they are going to charge. Correct, Alva India? Okay. So he has studied because I have given him question paper 1 week back. So I am asking him whether it is correct or not. Okay. So this is the scheme, a beautiful scheme. But one thing I will tell you, in case of retail trade and wholesale trade, munche irlilla, traders, supermarkets, wholesale distributors and vehicle dealers, all they can apply under CGTMSE scheme But for traders, they charge up to 3% of the amount covered as a CGTMSE fees. Little bit high. Higher the risk, more the premium. Not rate of interest is also more. Okay, this is the scheme. But whether bankers fund under CGTMSE scheme and whether CGTMSE scheme is good for bankers or borrowers, that at last question answer session we will discuss. Okay. Next, we will talk about Stand Up India scheme. Sanket, you can stand up and talk.
Yes, thank you. So, before that, I will just take you through the CGSS scheme, which we are just discussing, since we are talking about startups as well. So, this is the scheme which has come up. This is a very recent scheme. It just came up in the end of 2022. So, it's credit guarantee scheme for startups. So, there are 4 basic criteria which are mentioned here, under which you will be eligible. First one would be the DPI. I think they have already discussed our earlier session about who is an eligible startup and all these things, either a partnership, private limited or LLP. They would be, then the other criteria about innovation and employability, all these things would need to be satisfied. So let's say we are satisfying all these things. The other, some criteria which they have mentioned is about, so one of the main reasons under this scheme as well, what they have mentioned is that there should be a stable revenue stream as from over a 12-month period. Otherwise, I think they will not be eligible under this scheme. So that is one of the limitations actually when compared to equity and all these things. In the CGSS scheme as well, they have insisted on audited turnover statements from the CAs as well. There as well, we would need to give some inputs as well. So now the scheme which he was referring to, Stand Up India scheme. So Stand Up India scheme is a yes.
Under Stand Up India scheme, who can stand up? I will tell you first definition. Morning it was explained, no? Whether it is clear who can stand up, who can't stand up. Whether it is clear for you? I will tell you, only women can stand up. Gents cannot stand up. But SC/ST entrepreneurs can stand up. Okay? Under Stand Up India scheme, who can stand up? Women. Only women can stand up. Or SC/ST entrepreneurs can stand up. Others are not allowed to stand up under Stand Up India scheme. But if other than individual, partnership, LLP, company, if more than 50%, that is at least 51% of the share held by women entrepreneur, then it is treated as a women entrepreneur. Under that scheme, this Stand Up India scheme, they can do. What is the speciality in Stand Up India scheme? Under Stand Up India scheme, nothing is there, no subsidy, nothing is there, subsidy is different. Only relaxation in margin. Only relaxation in margin. Instead of 25% in PME-GP and service and trader and manufacturing 20 lakhs and 50 lakhs. Here you can go up to 1 crore. Margin, instead of 25%, 15%. In some banks they can reduce up to 10% also under Stand Up India scheme. And only greenfield ventures. Greenfield ventures means first time ventures either in the field of trading or services or manufacturing, they can bring under this, they can do under this scheme. And here under this Stand Up India scheme, overdraft limit can also be taken. Maximum is 10 lakhs overdraft, that without stock statement. Otherwise, working capital and term loan, even for trading, even from services, even for manufacturing, you can take under Stand Up India scheme. In Stand Up India portal, you can directly apply for the loan and which bank you want under IFSC code and all you can mention. Directly it will go to them. Then bankers will take a call whether you can stand up or you have to sit down. They will decide. Okay. Whatever may be the scheme, ultimately only one person is the decider. Who is it? Bank manager, not banker. Okay. If he is in mood, you will get the loan. If he is not mood, then you have to see, hey, will mange more. Okay? So that is the situation. So it is clear, Startup India scheme. Okay. Next, there is a scheme for this one, that women entrepreneurs. What are all the special schemes available? You can explain.
So, Stand Up India was one of the schemes. Now, there are some schemes in certain banks. For example, Union Bank of India has a Nari Shakti Yojana, wherein you need to bring in only a 10%,
5% margin up to 1 crore and 15% margin up to 10 crores and no processing fees up to 2 crores. That is a speciality and beautiful scheme, Nari Shakti scheme. That is only available in Union Bank of India. That is a beautiful scheme in Union Bank of India. Then interest rate, definitely, when interest depends upon your credit rating. Normally rating that interest, we will discuss in question answer session then later. So first whether they have interest to fund, that is the important, then the interest. Okay. So first Nari Shakti scheme is that, whether they give or not, that is last, we will discuss everything. Okay, here Union Bank of India people are also there. We will discuss later on. But it is a beautiful scheme. And other than that, women entrepreneurs in various other banks also some margin relaxation and interest concession, all these schemes are there. And women entrepreneurs, even credit guarantee scheme, the premium also in some cases up to some amount relaxation is there. And Mudra loan also, some benefit is also there for self-help group and women entrepreneurs and all. That is also benefit is there. So, and this women entrepreneurs, other than this, any other scheme is there, bankers? No? Okay. Then one more scheme is there now, popular scheme, PMFME scheme. What is that? PMFME scheme. Prime Minister's Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises. Correct, no? That is the scheme. Under that scheme, up to 10 lakhs, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಪ್ಪಳ ಸಂಡಿಗೆ ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ಲಡ್ಡು ಚಕ್ಕುಲಿ ಚಪಾತಿ ಹೋಳಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಫುಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇವನ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 10 lakhs even new units as well as existing units for expansion up to 10 lakhs you will get the loan. Beauty of this scheme is 35% central subsidy plus 15% state subsidy up to 50% subsidy. 10 lakh loan tekondre 5 lakhs subsidy. This is the beauty in PMFME scheme. This scheme people can take advantage under this scheme, PMFME scheme. Then SIDBI Smile scheme is there. Smile scheme of SIDBI. Okay, this is FME. It is over, no? You have put tube light there, no? Under PMFME, even online you can do, or you can go to the banks and you can get the things sanctioned. Then Smile scheme, SIDBI. Smile scheme, under this scheme, it is a normal scheme only MSMEs, but margin money, seed funding will be there. Seed funding in the form of loan, not as in the form of subsidy. Okay? So in such case, under Smile scheme, see, SIDBI, Make in India, soft loan fund for micro, small and medium enterprises. Okay? Make in India, under this Make in India concept. Under this soft loan, what they have done is, up to 15%, you can take 15% is the margin, 10% is given as a seed funding, maximum 25 lakhs. Repayment up to 10 years with 3 years holiday. Earlier there was one scheme, if many people may be aware, those were practicing more than 10-15 years back earlier. There was a scheme called National Equity Fund and Mahila Udyam Nidhi scheme. That was a beautiful scheme. They have done away this scheme. Why they have done away, I don't know. I have shot many mails to Finance Ministry for recommending this under various, I was in various forums and all, but still they have not reintroduced. That is also beautiful seed funding scheme. Up to 50 lakh cost of the project, 10% promoter margin, 15% of the cost of the project is seed funding. Then repayable up to 7 years with the 3 years holiday was there. But now that scheme is not there. Next this slide. Same this next slide. Any problem in your this sir? No. Then once what happened? This up to 25 lakhs they can give seed funding. Then in one program in Mysore, there was the Sidvi general manager from Hyderabad. The program was in January. Then I told this smile scheme is there now. Anybody can approach you. He told no sir, it is a budgetary scheme. This year December already this scheme is over. Now what to do? Then it will come after April. Then I told all the participants, until April you cannot smile. Okay? From December to April you cannot smile. Okay, this is the scheme. These are all budgetary schemes. Until that budget exhausts, the scheme will be there. Then you have to stop smiling. Okay, that is smile scheme. Huh? Maximum 25 lakhs seed funding. Sorry?
Number of cases.
No, it is not. That is theirs budgetary. They will give budget, they will keep each year. When the budget is exhausted, then that year they will stop. Then next year, like that.
What is the budget, sir? Every year?
That I don't know. Budget based on the gadget. Okay. Now see, under this scheme, 10 years inclusive of moratorium period up to 3 years. Then all this is the scheme. Then I have told no. All this, whatever it is, the 3-year holiday, then rate of interest, that rate of interest changes always, maximum, that is up to 25 lakhs you are entitled to under this scheme. Okay, next. This 59 minutes loan, who wants 59? Isn't 59 minutes loan? Can you raise your hands? You want loan in 15 minutes? Yes, we will tell you the procedure, how to get. Okay, if you apply now, before our session ends, you will get loan. Correct, no? Okay. How to get this 59 minutes loan scheme?
Yeah, so there is the website, appears below the 59 minutes, and you can fill up the details, and you will get an in-principle sanction at the end of it. In some cases you may not be eligible also, but in most cases you will get an in-principle sanction, after which you need to approach the bankers and submit all the additional documents as mentioned over there.
So documents to be uploaded is here under 59 minute scheme. Everything online. You should be GST registered enterprise and your existence should be for a minimum period of 3 years. Then only you are eligible under this 59 minute scheme. GST identification number, income tax returns in XML format, bank statement for the last 6 months only in PDF format, directors, owners, basic details, then you will get sanction approval in 59 minutes. So within 59 minutes you can take money? No. 59 minutes only engagement will happen, marriage. So after engagement you have to roam around. Both the people, girlfriend and boyfriend should roam around. Okay, when marriage happens, only that father and mother should give permission. Until then you have to wait. Here also until full sanction by regional office or head office, and after taking lot of documents, it may take 59 days also. If you get in 59 days, you are the luckiest person. Okay, so this 59 minutes keep going like this. Okay, these are the partner banks and many NBFCs are also now participating. So Karnataka Bank is not participating in 59 minutes loan. They don't give any engagement within 59, but they have digital scheme which they will explain tomorrow. Correct? No presentation. Digital loan scheme is there. So that they will explain. But all your SBI is there, Canara Bank is there, Union Bank of India is there, then almost all the nationalized banks, they are participating in this 59 minutes loan. How many of you have applied under 59 minutes loan so far? Whether you got 59 minutes principal sanction? Okay. Whether you got money? No. Okay. Tomorrow we will discuss in MSME town hall. Okay. So because all bankers will be with you. This is the scheme. So now clear now? 59 minutes loan. Okay. Now professional opportunities in MSME sector. That one chart is there now. That you can put what are all the opportunities for professionals. First, when any entrepreneur, if he wants any project is to be done, what he will do? He will come to a chartered accountant, right? Or a financial consultant, correct no? Or some retired bankers, they will also make financial consultancy. Bankal iruvaga avaru adu agude illa, sigude illa. Retired aadmele, ayyo idella nimge bega sigtade anta avaru heltare retired aadmele alva. So this is the scheme. Okay. So under just for joke, don't get offended. This is only after lunch session, no, after post lunch session, you should bear all these things. Then only you can enjoy this. Correct? No? Now, see, professional opportunities in MSME sector. How many types of services you can give? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. As good as our number of resource persons in 2 days seminar. Okay. So many opportunities are there. This is only illustrative, not comprehensive. There are many more other services you can render in MSME sector. Is it not mind-boggling? Okay. See, company, partnership, LLP, registration. If you want customer to come again and again, if you are a doctor, you should become skin doctor. If a customer should want to come to you again and again, if you are a doctor, you should become skin doctor. If customer wants to come again and again, you should float company. Okay? Again and again, you should float company. ಕಂಪನಿ ಫ್ಲೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಂಪನಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಖರ್ಚು ಖಾಲಿ ಒಂದು 10-25 ಸಾವಿರ, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ? While floating the company, they will give which number? SIN number. That's why it is sin to float a company. Okay? It is sin to float a company. That's why what number they are giving? SIN number. But it is American English. CIN, not SIN. Okay? Which number? SIN number. Why they are giving SIN number? It is sin to float a company. Many of the private limited companies are husband and wife companies. Many of the private limited companies are husband and wife companies. When this certification of minutes by company secretary was introduced, in company secretaries one seminar was there. Then one Mr. Jayaraman, company secretary from Bangalore, he was there. Hyderabad, okay. He came to Bangalore. Then somebody asked question, most of the husband and wife companies are husband and wife, how we can certify minutes? Because good time and bad time will not last long. Okay? Any time, good time or bad time will not last for long time. Okay? So now most of the companies are husband and wife companies. Meetings are held in bedroom. How can I certify a minute? What happened in bedroom? That company secretary told. Okay? So partnership, company, LLP and proprietorship, normal forms of organization, HUF, and bankers discouraged to give loan under HUF because lot of legal entangles are there. That's why they normally avoid into undivided family HUF format. Okay, that is only for tax planning. Okay, they make. But one thing I will tell you, if startups In order to be startup, proprietorship cannot be startup. You cannot register under Startup India portal. Either partnership or LLP or a company, they can apply under startup. But to get seed funding, whether partnership will get seed funding, they are not entitled to get seed funding. Then only LLPs and companies. Then venture capitalists also, they do avoid LLPs, they always prefer companies because they want to buy some equity part. Okay, then they can dilute. That is the reason. So unless outsiders are involved, either when there are more members, then only you can float company, otherwise you can make partnership. What is partnership? Can anybody tell what is partnership? Students, what is partnership? Huh? Huh? What is a partnership? Anybody say? Tell me the definition of partnership full. We will give chocolate afterwards.
Engaged in business is known as partner.
As per Indian Partnership Act 1932, the relationship between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all, any of them acting for all. Can you repeat now? Who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all, or any of them acting for all. Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
And students, you should study like this precisely. No,
Yes, we
Andaji.
will become CA like you, sir.
No. If you want to become CA, you have to know the
No, sir, I
definition.
don't want to become CA, so.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
So, partnership, what happens? Many people form partnership, but they don't register. You know the consequences of non-registration of partnership firms? You know now? Normally bankers, they avoid giving loans to unregistered partnership firms. Many cases they don't see, they see only collateral. If collateral is there, all these things they forget. Correct, no? But unregistered partnership firms, bankers discourage. In case of unregistered partnership firm, what are the consequences? Can you explain, Sanjay? You have passed in first attempt here.
This is very old syllabus, but okay. No, you cannot sue or be sued for more than 100 rupees is what I remember in case of an unregistered partnership. So this is the reasons why bankers avoid, because they cannot tomorrow legally proceed for more than 100 rupees, which in any case most people may not go for a 100 rupee loan. So that is the reason. But it is not only this. Let's say you are a business and you also want to sue, you cannot do it. So it is always better to register the partnership, because let's say you enter into dispute with any other company, you will also be in suit there. So this is also a professional opportunity for us that we can register.
Okay, in case of companies, if you float a company, you should run it like a company. You cannot run it like a proprietorship concern. But the problem with people is, most of the business people, they float companies but run it like a proprietorship concern. That is very dangerous. For that, in between, LLP is better. Limited liability partnership. I don't want to cover that because that session will go for that only. So next, registration of this, one of the area. Then GST registration. GST registration, you are aware? What is the ceiling for GST registration? 20 lakhs in case of service, 40 lakhs in case of. But one thing you remember, if you have exempted turnover and taxable turnover, if together suppose 39 lakhs exempted turnover, only 2 lakhs taxable turnover, when it crosses 40 lakhs you should register. Okay, that is the thing. Then while forming this registering GST, if you want composition immediately at the time of composition, this registration only you have to exercise, otherwise you have to wait until the end of the year. And most of the contractors, I say, contractors, Kanunu Banjakal, GST, 90% contractors, that is a very sorry state of affairs, they will get left and right notice, another professional opportunity for you. Okay? See, most of the cases, they don't pay GST. Only for contractors, 100% pure labor supply for residential houses. Correct now? They are exempted. Correct now? Other contractors, if it is more than 20 lakhs, they should registration. One advantage they can do, small contractor, up to 50 lakhs, they can go under composition and 6% will be the composition rate that they should pay from their pocket. Correct now? And many people, contractors, they are under the impression that I have to pay 18% GST, but still they will get 18% input, cement they will get 25% input, and labor charges, even on URD suppliers if they pay, again they will get input credit. But all these things you should make them to know. But 90% of the contractors, they are not in a position to listen what you say. Correct now? After this 44 AD scheme has come, entire this professional scheme has been spoiled. Correct now? 44 AD. Let us come to 44 AD. Under that, what is the opportunity? Whether opportunity is there for chartered accountants or not under 48 AD, 44 AD?
Yes.
Whether it is there?
Yes.
Anybody can file now, even entrepreneur can also file. Commercial accountant can also file. So-called auditor, they will tell. They are not chartered accountant, but they put board auditor. They will also file, correct no? So whether there is opportunity for chartered accountant in such case, is there or no? Many people told no, but it is there because in case of non-corporate borrowers, if you have the limit more than 10 lakhs, you need to have audit report in the format as per RBI format, audit report for non-corporate borrowers. So even if you file your returns under 44 AD, 44 AE, 44 AF, whatever may be section, or in case of professionals, in excess of up to 50 lakhs, you can file under simplified scheme. But if you want to take any bank facility, then again you have to go in reverse gear, again make your accounts proper, then audit report for non-corporate borrowers you have to do, then only you can proceed. After this Uding generation is there, definitely there is an opportunity. Tax audit, I don't want to explain. 12A 80G registration, everybody is blaming. Earlier once registered, always registered. Correct now? In case of trust. But now again you have to re-register. Thanks to our government now. So much opportunity they are giving for chartered accountants. Again you have to register. Once they register, again they will give only for 3 years. Correct now? 5 years. Okay. Then first somebody will only tell you, yeah, they don't give 80G. Especially religious institutions, they don't give 80G. Okay? Religious institutions, they don't give 80G. But the 12-year religious institution should do it. They don't do, then they have to end up in paying taxes. Then even each temple, if you go for Hanumanthana Devasthanಕ್ಕೆ ಶನಿವಾರ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು IT ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ನಾನು ಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ ತೀರ್ಥ ತೆಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ತೆಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಐಡಿಯಾ. 12 and 80G. Next, what are the other opportunities? Next. Formation of trust deed. We can form trust deed. In that all the income tax clauses are to be incorporated. If somebody else makes trust deed, professional opportunity still more, because that again we have to amend the trust deed putting all the clauses. Correct now? Then only they are eligible for 12-year registration. Then TCS, TDS, returns filing of donation. Now within May, from the end of the year end, within 2 months you need to file now.
Yes, sir.
This return for donations under Form 10BD. This is also one more professional opportunity. Then representation with income tax, GST, 9 and 9C. Now, every chartered accountant told postpone. Then they have removed that. Correct, no? Certification audit, GST audit. But if there is no GST audit, formation of this filing of 9 and 9C is again our purview, and if the notices comes again, that is our purview. Next, GSTR monthly, quarterly, GSTR, quarterly information system, and CMA banks. More than how many crores, Nagaraj? CMA?
50 lakhs more than.
Huh?
50 lakhs more.
Not more than 50 lakhs. It is more.
No sir, 50 lakhs.
It depends on each
Some
other.
banks are asking more than 50 lakhs.
Once in a quarter, they need to submit quarterly information statement. That is nothing but monitoring current assets and current liabilities and utilization of credit limits. QA statement should be submitted. Then virtual CFO services. Many of the startups, they cannot hire a full-time CFO. Then chartered accountant can act as multiple CFO in various startups also. There is a professional opportunity also. Next. Okay. Form 15CA, 15CB, you are aware. Certification of book debts quarterly. Whenever bankers fund working capital, stock plus book debts minus creditors. Based on that drawing powers, correct now? Out of that margin reduced 25%, whatever percent book debt, some banks they put more margin. Correct now? Canara Bank they go up to 40% also margin. Okay, some banks stock and book debts, SBI, Karnataka Bank, Union, many banks they put the same margin. Okay, some banks they have that because book debt there is a profit element invoice. That's why they increase the margin. So that will be cover period. You know cover period? 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. Up to 120 days, special cases they permit also. In some banks up to 180 days. In case of contractors and others they permit. Otherwise normal courses they allow up to 90 days cover period. So stock plus debtors within a cover period of 90 days minus creditors, then 25% margin or whatever margin as per the sanction, then that will be the drawing power. Okay, that every quarterly book debt statement. Whenever UD needs to be generated and you have to charge. Okay, I told ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮಾರ ಹೀಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಈಗ ಯುಡಿನ್ ಬೇಕು ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯುಡಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಕಮೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ದಟ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬಿಲ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಶೆಲ್ಟರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೆನ್ ಐಲಿ ಕೋಡ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದೆನ್ ಟರ್ನ್ಓವರ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ basically this turnover certificate for participation in tenders correct no 3 years turnover certificate. But while giving the certificate, you should be very careful. There should be basis, and what turnover excludes tax portion, GST portion. Whenever turnover means you should exclude tax portion. That is the turnover. Even for tax purpose also same, no? Okay. Next. Then export performance certificate. Whenever you are importing some machineries under exemption scheme, then what you need to make is export performance certificate also is to be given. Then provisional balance sheet. Here, grey area. Many people prepare provisional balance sheet in air. Then audited balance sheet, normal. Provisional balance sheet के ऊपर लिमिट दिएगा तो बैंक वाला सीधे ऊपर जाएगा. Correct, no? So that's why even unique number for provisional balance sheet, many cases they insist. In such cases also you can certify provisional balance sheet, but there is a format. You should put some exclusions, qualifications based on that only. But you using this provisional balance sheet you can issue. Then CMA, credit monitoring arrangement. If it is 1 crore and more limit, then CMA data is to be prepared. CMA data, you know, first method of lending, second method of lending, deficit or excess borrowing, all these things will come. Then all ratios, current ratio, TOL by TNW, debt equity ratio, DSCR, all these ratios will come. So based on ratios only nowadays bankers fund. Correct, no?
Yes.
Next. Overall consultancy on turnkey basis, if any industry is to be set up from beginning up to the end, the subsidy claim, then preparation of KADB land registration. See, now KADB industrial area, land allotment they are doing. What are all the documents required? for KIADB land registration, land application. They will give application. Along with that, you have to give one project report. Then along with that, promoter's background details. Then site utilization sketch. Why they insist for site utilization sketch? Because normally KIADB industrial area, industrial land is allotted on concessional basis and land is scarce. The purpose of allotment of land is to, they should put up the industry within 2 years from the date of allotment of the land. That's why they will ask all these papers. But while preparing site utilization sketch, what you need to do, you have to prepare drawing for probable building, then provision for expansion, some extra you have to show. Because if you want 25 cents now, if you apply 25, tomorrow if you want expansion, you will not get. So in such cases, for future expansion, that also you can incorporate, then you can apply. Up to 2 acres of land, either assistant secretary or DDO, they will allot. Otherwise, it will go to Karnataka Udyoga Mitra, about 2 acres of land. And as per KIADB, this scheduled caste, scheduled tribe people, if they apply for land in KIADB industrial area, they will get 75% subsidy. Only at 25% rate, they will get allotment of land. This is the beauty in this Karnataka industrial area land. Then retainership, preparation of subsidy claim documents. So these are also there. Next, application for seed funding. Now our Anant Prasad and they have explained now seed funding. For that also our role is there. Then due diligence report. It is not diligence, due diligence report. Okay. So then preparing business profile. This is the beauty in this. But here many people are missing. In abroad, I have done many funding projects funding in abroad also. In abroad, rather than assessment of working capital in other basis, they only see balance sheet and profile of a client. You have to beautifully make profile. Pics, details, process, promoters and what's what. Everything you have to put in place. On seeing the profile itself, they should be able to judge you whether you can fund or not. This is the new area where normally many people are not doing this preparing project business profile. This is a very good area, and preparation of website for customers. That is also one of the grey areas which we can encash. Okay, so preparation of website for customers. Then next. Drafting joint venture agreements and registration. Valuation of the company. Registration of patent, trademark and copyright. Tomorrow there is a special on branding. He is a very expert High Court advocate and IPR consultant, Sri Hari Krishna Ulla. Expert. He is a very expert. He has already shared the PPT in advance. You can all registered people, you can send now itself mail so that they can access to that and see. It's a beautiful, he is an expert in that. Tomorrow he is going to explain. Then appeal drafting reports and all this, you know, appeals. Okay, next. Over. FEMA compliances and consultations, forensic audit, ISO audit, IBC, these are all high funda things in official area, very difficult to get these opportunities. Then bookkeeping global, customs and FTF, India's internal taxes, these are all some high funda areas which normally we can avoid. RARA registration and filing. Here there is lot of opportunities now. RARA, builder's file if you have, regularly you have to certify before the release of the funds from banks and all. So RARA. Then labor law, registration under labor law. Tomorrow CA Gururaj Acharya is going to take session on this statutory compliances for MSMEs. Under that he will explain, I don't want to explain then NCLT representation, then no statutory due certificate. It is very dangerous. Correct now? Bankers ask certificate from chartered accountants and there will be huge dues for GST and other things. Then how you will certify?
Undisputed.
So this is the very dangerous. You should be very careful, you have to check properly, and while certifying also you should see properly and give the certificate. Next. Over. Aita. On the way. Hosapete ಇಂದ ಬಳ್ಳಾರಿ ಹೋಗಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಅಂತಂದಿರಲ್ವಾ? So these are all the opportunity. Any other opportunity you can cover?
I think he's covered most of the opportunities which I was wanted to cover, but some of the areas which I think we can take an active role is GST is one of the areas, because what has happened is in VAT and service tax, many of us were not taking the opportunity because there were a lot of tax consultants and others who were handling this area. Whereas GST being a new law, it is actually the right time for any of us to enter it. Because it is new for me, it is new for someone who is practicing for more than 30 years also, it is new. So it is the best time to enter into GST practice right now, because GST litigation is very new. You can start off with GST and it will happen everywhere. It doesn't matter whether you are sitting in Bangalore, whether you are sitting in Ballari, wherever you are sitting. In fact, for Bangalore appeal, last time I had to go to Belgaum. So Belgaum branch people have a very good opportunity because they have a commissioner appeals right over there as well. So
How many Belgaum people are here, chartered accountants?
So GST filings, yes, but filings I understand that there are so many people handling it that it may not look very economical. But at the same time, litigations are going to come in, and that is somewhere where we can play a very good role, because we have what has happened is litigation we have in most cases forgotten about or left it off. And even in ITAT and all these cases, we see a lot of times that it is lawyers who are taking the lead. But at the same time, fact finding, ITAT being the last fact finding authority, income tax appellate tribunal, it is more suited for the chartered accountant to represent, because what happens is a factual matter can be best represented by a chartered accountant when compared to an advocate, because we are used to representing before lower tax authorities. It really is a good opportunity. If not individually, you can definitely network with professionals in other cities where there are such tribunals. GST, definitely you can look at it. I feel it's a really good opportunity which we can definitely tap into. It's a very new area, and GST tribunals are not yet started, so it's very new and prone to a lot of litigation. We are seeing so many litigations wherein we see left, right and center, clients keep getting notices. Well, we should take it as a good opportunity for ourselves.
So then net worth certification, 25 lakhs and above, if you apply for loan with any bank, they insist for net worth certificate certified by a chartered accountant, correct? But how you are certifying net worth certificate is a very careful area. See, whenever net worth certificate you are certifying movable assets, immovable assets, cash and bank balances, then you can take the net worth. So these are the details. Then land, building, others. When you take land, building, others, you should specify, then you should have proof. You need not have to enclose, but in your working paper, you need to keep all the proofs latest. Even if you want to put the vehicle registration number and certificate, whether it is shown in balance sheet, all these things you have to see. See, these are all the movable properties. Latest available details you should take. Then liabilities concerned with all those assets also you should deduct. Then it is a net worth or net asset. Then you can certify with the unit number. Be careful, whenever you certify any net worth statement, take all the proof of assets and liabilities, and in case of properties, how to take the value. Either you take valuation report from the customer, otherwise you take sub-register guidance value of land and building. Based on that you certify. Just because customer tells this is the value, then you cannot put that net worth in your certificate. Either you should have valuation report, or you should have, you can take sub-register value or actual value as per the document. Okay, that you need to take. This is a net worth certification. This is also one of the areas of practice. Then
What about the gold?
sorry?
What about gold?
Gold you can put normal based on this ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, 2 ಬೆರಳಿಗೆ 2 ಉಂಗುರ ಉಂಟು ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಒಂದು ಚೈನ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಅಂದಾಜಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 2 ಲಕ್ಷ 3 ಲಕ್ಷ ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ಏನಾಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಯು ಪುಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ. Okay? If you put by this, then gold is 0. You can't put it because I don't believe in gold. Okay? I believe not in, because gold is a dead investment.
No, sir, because you are gold.
Next, any other opportunity you can explain? Working capital assessment, that is the one beauty, that is one session you can take on that, such a beautiful this working capital assessment. See, promoters' main problem is either they are under-financed by the bank or they are over-financed. How do you come to know that they are over-financed? Diversification. Either diversification or diversion. Both they are doing. Diversification, that diversion of funds to sister concern and other things. Diversion of funds to working capital for the purpose of acquiring fixed assets. Always fixed assets should be funded out of long-term loans. Working capital only you have to take CC. When you go through the balance sheet, one more professional opportunity. Suppose they have already acquired fixed assets, you can take reimbursement term loan. Okay. And many of the investment, small investment, these customers, they don't apply for subsidies. It is another grey area. You can suggest them subsidy from under Karnataka New Industrial Policy 2025. Shall I brief about Karnataka New Industrial Policy 2025? Karnataka New Industrial Policy 2025. Sanket, you can brief.
So, under Karnataka industrial policy, multiple districts of the state have been classified under multiple zones, zone 1, zone 2 and zone 3. The more developed area according to their classification, zone 3, for example Bangalore urban, Bangalore rural, they have put it under zone 3. In most cases you won't be eligible for subsidy, except maybe in case of special category you may be eligible for subsidy in case of zone 3. So this is the zonal classification. Zone 1 and zone 2 is when there is higher subsidy classification. I believe most of the districts in
Kalyana Karnataka and North Karnataka, almost all they are covered under zone 3 area.
Zone 1 area.
Zone 1 area, where they are entitled for
Highest amount of subsidy.
25% subsidy normal case, 30% subsidy for special entrepreneurs. That means you can take subsidy up to 1.05 crores. You are entitled for subsidy. Which are all the negative list and which are all the positive list also it is mentioned, that is investment in fixed assets. Okay, based on the definition, micro, small, okay, and medium. Micro enterprises 25 or 30 lakhs maximum, and here small enterprises 90 to 1 crore, 5 lakh subsidy is available. So this is the beauty in this Karnataka New Industrial Policy. If you have already not applied, you can go for application for state investment subsidy under Karnataka New Industrial Policy. That is New Industrial Policy. Already it is 2025. That means 2 years already over now. 3rd year is going. Now no more New Industrial Policy. Karnataka Industrial Policy 2025. Now recently for startup also, Karnataka startup, that they have given lot of announcements they have done for startups also, seed funding scheme. Can you brief about it?
Yes, there is a Karnataka startup policy also which has come up. I will just take you through that. So there is some cases wherein there are specified grants, specified some incentives for incubation center, and the main focus is beyond Bangalore. They want to go beyond Bangalore city. So beyond Bangalore is their theme here, and they are concentrating on one could be a Hubli, Dharwad, Belgaum, those areas. The other is Bangalore and Udupi, this area. Mysore is, I think, a very sought out destination because of its proximity to Bangalore. So this is the, I think, one time granting it up to 50 lakhs, then additionally, so this is mainly to the startups. Similarly, there are some more schemes which are there for the incubation center, because not only they want to encourage the startup, they also want to encourage incubation centers who will, by setting up these centers, at the end of the day we will have many more startups, because they will be the persons who will be in the right position to guide these startups about what are the schemes available, what are the incentives available, how to go about, as we had heard in the earlier session, how incubators can play a major role.
See here, you will get seed funding support up to 50 lakhs to develop your ideas. That is up to proof of concept stage. Once commercialization happens, you will not get seed fund, then you have to go for debt fund or venture capital. So that is the scheme. I have already mentioned under Startup India scheme up to 10 crore also, you are entitled for under CGSS scheme. Now let us give a big round of applause to State Bank of India for opening exclusive startup branch in Koramangala, Bangalore. So it is an excellent move. It is the first bank to start one startup branch in Koramangala, Bangalore exclusively for startups. Okay. So what are the facilities available? We have yet to see now. Branch is opened. Definitely they will support the genuine entrepreneurs and startups. Once that commercialization takes place, they can take benefit under that scheme also. So that is the beauty of the scheme. Even under central fund scheme also up to 50 lakhs, seed funding, subsidy is available for startups. Now what we will do is, instead of going on explaining things, you may come across lot of doubts or lot of questions now. You can pose some questions, whatever possible from our side, we will reply now. Some question answer session we will keep now. Then we will wind up the session because now that our award ceremony is there. Another 15-20 minutes we will cover this. Whatever questions from your side, you can pose the questions. Okay? Or any area which in your professional requirement or any industries, if they have any doubt, any students, startups, if they want to start anything, any questions, whatever possible, what is requirement, what you can ask, to the best of our knowledge we will answer. Otherwise we will explain tomorrow. Many more experts will also come. Okay? So,
excuse me, sir. Even existing educational institution can avail this facility.
CGTMSC?
Yeah.
100%. CGTMSC is applicable.
Not be new one then.
One thing, CGTMSC, two things. Term loan also you can apply. Working capital also you can apply under CGTMSC scheme. And suppose if your collateral is insufficient, then hybrid security scheme is there. Hybrid security means to the extent of collateral you can cover under collateral. Balance amount will be covered under CGTMSC, maximum 2 crores. That also you can cover for even for education institution, even for retail trade, even for wholesale trade, even for distributors also. They can cover under CGTMSC scheme. Some 2 to 3% that CGTMSC fees will be charged by Credit Guarantee Trust for micro and small enterprises. Existing also you can do. There is no distinction between that for CGTMSC. But one thing, for educational institutions, you are not entitled for subsidy. Okay.
Hello, sir. Sir, ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
You can tell your name and
My name is Pramod, sir.
What are you doing?
I'm engineering, sir. CS second year.
Oh, very good. Tell me.
ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಮೇಜ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಇದು ನಾನು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ನಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡೆವಲಪರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೈರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಬಂದು ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಟೈಪ್ನ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಸೊ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಈಗ ಸಿಮ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ
First step step up is to step in. Okay. So how to step in? First you should form either LLP or partnership or private limited company. If you
I
want
don't have
seed,
anything. I don't have anything.
but you have to form. You have to form that. One. Second is, you can, if you have good idea, our incubation centers you can go and they will guide you until that commercialization of the products, whatever seed funding and other benefits available, they will support you. But once that commercialization takes place, then bankers you can approach for debt funding without collateral also under CGTMSE scheme you can take. Okay. But first is you need to form your entity. Either you have to make LLP or you have to make not partnership firm, not eligible for seed funding support. Either partnership firm you can do startup, but you will not get benefit under this.
For any sector, right?
Yeah, any sector. So you have to float either LLP or company. Better you can float company and then you can get mentored you can get incubated under any incubation center. Now our 2 incubators are already here. So you can ask them also. So you can start your journey of startup by this. First you should form the organization, either LLP or company. Then you can register on the Startup India portal. Then you will get startup recognition. Then you can proceed your idea.
So I need to create a capital for that, right, sir?
Capital, I told you, no, that seed funding support, if your idea is really good, so if your idea can be commercialized tomorrow, see, all novel ideas are not startup.
Yes, sir.
So it should be commercialized, there should be creation of wealth, or there should be creation of employment generation, or there can be creation of solving some social issues. In such case, it will be treated as startup. In such cases, based on your idea, whatever need-based seed funding support will be given by the Government of India and Government of Karnataka also. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody have the question to pose?
Good evening, sir. My name is C.A. Bhushan Bhatt. One of my clients has a company. He received needy funding, 500 rupees for equity shares and 250,000 has needy funding. And it has a utilization limit. It has to be utilized for product development. He has received on March. So in the balance sheet, how to show it, or it should be shown as a profit for the year. The funding should be utilized for product development. He did not utilize at the end of the year.
That is subsidy?
Yes, sir. CD. Capital sir.
So, this is a non-refundable amount, or
Yes,
is it a
sir.
refundable?
Non-refundable.
Okay.
It should be utilized for product development.
Okay.
But it was received from March month, so he could not utilize it.
See, what happens is grants normally we'll have to see whether it's revenue or capital in nature. If it is revenue in nature, you may need to take it as a part of our other income. If it is capital in nature, you can take it to reserves and surplus as well. Whereas taxability is concerned, if that is your question, then it will be taxable in one form or another, because if it is revenue in nature, it will directly add to the taxable income. If it is capital in nature, it will get reduced from the assets which are created for the part of calculation of WDV for depreciation.
Yes, sir, but the commercial business he has not started commercial business.
I understand, but it's a non-refundable amount. If it's a refundable amount in the nature of loan, I can understand. But if it is non-refundable, I see expenditures which you are going to get against this, you would be able to claim as a time being, maybe you may be able to show us an advance in the following year. Yeah, but you cannot do that forever.
Yes,
maybe now you can do it, considering there's only 1 month, but in the following year or at some point of time, you definitely need to show it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You see, there is beyond Bangalore, means the 4, 5, 6 districts, I suppose, I think Bangalore and Udupi and Hubli in Belgaum, and also Mysore has been covered. If I have started from my place other than those 4 districts.
Where it is?
This is
Beyond Bengaluru is not specifying districts. It is saying anywhere they have identified zones. It is not mentioned as districts.
I think districts.
I don't think so. If you want, like, you can, because beyond Bengaluru is, the whole idea is that they want to develop everything outside Bangalore.
KDM actually they have that specific names of the district.
Zones, I believe.
Zones.
Hubli, Dharwad, Belgavi zone. And it doesn't say district.
But they are not shown any which this cover. What is the coverage of the zone?
No, see, let's say if it is not covered under that scheme also, there are various schemes of Karnataka state government as central government. Because in the startup policy scheme, which has been released by Karnataka state government as well, it doesn't specify any particular district, it just says beyond Bangalore. Certain schemes may target certain districts because they may feel that there is a more potential there. And in certain, that is always going to be there. But at this policy, there is a specific, maybe, I don't know in that particular scheme which you are asking, but in the startup policy, there is specific mention that beyond Bangalore, anywhere in Karnataka, if you do, you would be eligible for certain benefits.
About collateral free loan up to 2 crores. You said we have to pay 1.5% to the government.
That is minimum.
That's the minimum.
Not government, credit guarantee trust. It is like you are taking car now. When you take a car, are you not making car insurance? Mediclaim, like that, life insurance, like this is your loan insurance. In loan is insured.
No, it is up to 1.5 to range.
It is minimum 1.5%, up to 3% based on rating. Normal. Then up to 10 lakh, then up to 50 lakh, then up to 1 crore, then retail trade and wholesale trade up to 3% they charge. Based on risk rating, they also do. Based on that,
The percentage is on the outstanding balance.
Yeah. It is, I have told, it is outstanding balance in case of term loan on a particular date, either at the end of the calendar year or at the end of the financial year. That I have to ascertain. And other cases, in case of working capital, maximum amount drawn during that period, on that they will charge. So that is the credit guarantee.
Myself, Tigri from Belgavi. I have a very basic question, sir. This question I had posed to Mr. M.R. Venkatesh also when we had back about 2 years back in the Belgavi conference. So I just asked him a question that we are a country of self-employed, and we contribute more for the GDP. India has allowed FDI in the retail sector also, which is more sensitive sector. Let's take an example of Kirana shop only. We have DMarts, Big Bazaars and Reliance Smart, this thing. So there is a huge disruption for the MSME sector. So I had posed this question to him. So I had asked his stand on that. So what is CCI is doing? So I just wanted to have your view on that.
It is a very good question. As far as that providing employment to smaller enterprises is concerned, you are right. But there are many problems in small shops. See, quality cannot ensure. FSSAI certificate product they are not selling. Suppose you want oil, they may sell in loose oil, some loose this, you cannot ensure the quality.
But that is the problem of the governance.
No, governance problem is there. That's why they see, one thing I will tell you, there is a policy matter. See, for any growth, big players will be also there, small players will be also there. Both can survive because all people will not go to mall. See, near our house, if any Kirana shop gives quality product at reasonable price, I will not buy it, go to mall and buy it. I will buy from there only. And disruption, of course, buy one get one free and buy two get one free and all these things, many schemes they put. But we should not get misled by them. See, anybody they have cost. See, even bigger players also they have cost. But what they are, their economies of scale of operations, they will take that advantage and they will sell. Mangalavara Sante, Sakkare, Kevala 5 rupai kg, provided you buy so much. So these are all gimmicks, sir. But sometimes what happens,
to some extent there will be disruption. But online, forget about that. Online transactions, that is also disruption. Because of Amazon, Flipkart and other online marketing. So many shops they have to close. Nothing can be done. But one disadvantage in online means you cannot see, you cannot touch, then you have to buy. You will order, then it will come, then you have to see that. Sometimes, some cases they can return also, that is also there. But to some extent, 100% there is a disruption. Even in food also, there is in Bangalore like places, when ready packed foods and all, Swiggy, Zomato, all these people, they serve up to your doorsteps. Then what happens now? The small player, they have to look for new avenues. See, agri ventures, lot of opportunity for, especially in this area, agri ventures, there is fantastic scope. Lot of subsidies are there. But many people, they don't take advantage. You can see in Bangalore what happens, sometimes tomato is sold at 2 rupees, sometimes 200 rupees per kg. They will throw on road. But people can make use of that idea. They can start some startup, they can start some cold storage. Many see, even in Karnataka, new industrial policy also, starting the cold storage also the subsidy. In the agriculture, this also for cold storage there is subsidy. But only the thing is, in India the problem is, whatever one entrepreneur does, same thing copied by many. People don't have novel ideas to implement. Even in retail trade also, you can have many more new ideas. Definitely it will click. Now agri products, see, now I will tell you. We can put one brand called organic product stores. Where are organic product stores? How many are? You forget, you see, this area, Belgaum and all, Jaggery is there, correct now? What they put in Jaggery, God only knows. What they put, cement or some sunna, it is okay, no harm. But they put something and nonsense and all in that Jaggery. If you eat, it is one case. That is the problem. Organic Jaggery, if you do, there is fantastic scope. See, there is one enterprise called in our place, Muniyal, one Godhama. Deshi Gotaligala, one Goshale. You may not believe, that is Karnataka Bank customer. You may not believe, he has made that model. If you go to Gaudhama in your website, this your YouTube, you will get all the ideas. Most profitable, only Deshi Tali. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹಸುಗಳನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು 5 ಎಕರೆ 10 ಎಕರೆ ಜಾಗ ಇದ್ರೂ you can do wonders. 30 liter milk, you will get 1 liter ghee. Ghee is sold for 4,000 rupees per kg. So the qualities of it has got medicinal value and remaining Mallige ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, then lassi will sell. The profitability is 300%. Even cow dung, manure, value added product. Even Gomutra, lot of value added products. But people now what happen? Now you are putting Kirani shop, I will also put Kirani shop. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಉದಾರಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಾಕಿ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನನ್ನ ಅಂಗಡಿ ಬಂದು ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪುನಃ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಉದಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So that is the problem. See, people should see there are plenty of opportunities here, but we should make use of these new ideas.
My point of asking this question is only few of the people are becoming billionaires. So the other day we had a news of Adani becoming the richest man and he owns 40% of the wealth of the country.
Correct.
So instead of concentrating...
But one thing I will tell you, one minute, I differ your view. Adani is possessing 40% of wealth of the country. But you know his contribution to the country?
No, I'm not...
No, 1 minute. What is his contribution? How many people he has employed? How much salary is giving?
No,
is it not a social cost? No.
Sir, my point is not that. My point is when we talk about MSME schemes, when we talk about this ecosystem for the support of the MSMEs, so when Hegde sir raised a question, can I get a fund in Shirsi? The people talk about beyond Bengaluru, but this is never materialized.
Who told? No. PMBGP scheme, one thing I will tell you.
I come from a city where we are a foundry hub. We are geographically benefited. I mean, it is a fantastic place. But beyond Bangalore has not crossed Hubli. This is a pain point I am sharing with you.
But they are making the roads now. So we have to wait for a while. Immediately.
Somewhere the industry is feeling that the MSME schemes.
One more. This is
all
all policy questions. Better you can ask some ministers or persons, MLAs, where they come. I cannot answer for these policy questions. Your view and my view may be different, but one thing I will tell you, always you should be positive, except in COVID. COVID case, be negative. In all other circumstances, you should be positive. Whether you will agree? Yes, no?
One of my client, he started a new startup in 2017. He's from Hosapete. He's from Hosapete. And he's my age, around 35-36 years. 2017, he started a new company with only 1 lakh rupee capital.
Okay.
Today, his company's worth is 37 crore.
Okay.
So I'm very happy and I'm very proud that being a Hosapete person, he achieved such a big and successful
Whether
startup.
it is Adani, no, how we can do, sir, 37 crore?
1 lakh to 37 crore today. In a
Then
span
we
of
will
5
talk
years.
about, see, we will talk about Adani, Ambani. What Ambani used to do, Dhirubhai Ambani? He used to put the fuel in fuel station. That no.
To be different mindset.
Correct.
And the first mover.
Correct.
And he should have the confidence in himself. Correct. Because so many people, including me, I discouraged him. So what is business idea? You don't succeed in this. Even I told that. But today he prove himself that he is right, and he made such a beautiful business, and 1 lakh rupees to 37 crore in a span of only 5 years. So I am totally agree with you, sir, on that.
See, one thing I will tell you, that's why I told in morning in my inaugural remarks, keynote address, India's ecosystem, that is banking ecosystem, MSMEs ecosystem, startup ecosystem, evolving and revolutionized now. It is not like earlier. Now a lot of changes are there. Of course, state government people had to change. State government when you go to subsidy, and state government when you go for partnership registration, lot of problems are there. That corruption aspect in state government level is to be reduced. Then only because double engine ka sarkar, one engine will work, another engine will not work means it is very dangerous. It is to say it is very easy, but both the engines should work, then only it is possible. Otherwise it will become like a Nepal plane. What happened to that I don't know. Okay. Any question?
Sir, can you please elaborate about 80 IAC?
Is a scheme wherein startups are eligible to get a deduction on the profits. Yes, the exact figures I can ask them to show you because I am not having it readily. But in spite of this, you would be still liable to pay MAT. The tax would still be liable to be paid, but you will be eligible for credit of this minimum amount of taxes.
One thing, if you take in a succession of earlier 7 years, now in a block of 10 years, 3 years in succession you have to take. If you take 1 year, next year suppose no profit means I will postpone next year, no. Once you take 3 years you cannot stop. Okay, in succession 3 years you have to take. But if there is MAT, then MAT you have to pay 15%. MAT you need to pay, but that MAT can be carried forward up to 15 years. There is a advantage for 80 IAC, but those startups started only after 1st April 2016. They are eligible for 80 IAC. But
latest it is 2019, right?
2019.
2016 to 21, right?
Okay. No, see the actual factual matters, we can refer the Act book. I think any of us can do that. And if I take it also, I can tell. But there are some things to be kept in mind in relation to 80 IAC, since you are asking. Many people are under the wrong impression that as soon as I do a startup, I am eligible for 80 IAC, which is not the case.
Only after 3 years. Right?
No, not only that. Even after 3 years also, there are certain steps to be followed. First, you need to get the DPIIT startup recognition. Even in that stage, many people are of the opinion that once I get startup recognition, I am tax exempt. That is also not sufficient. Over and above that, there is an additional process involved where you need to get approval. After you get that approval, only you will be eligible for 80 IAC. So it is not that automatically you start an entity will be eligible for 80 IAC.
His question is, warning somebody asked, because many cases, out of many cases, only few got and full of people only got that 80 IAC exemption. First for namesake they are announcing, but actually in implementation stage it is lacking. That's why Mr. Dr. A.P. Achar told we will take up this matter. 100% is a matter of issue. It is like People more than 75 years need not have to file the return. What is the condition? Pension should be from the same bank, FD also from the same bank, then bank should make TDS. Then you need not what idiots are. What kind of announcement these people are doing? People are under the impression that about 75 years, you need not have to file the return. Is it a way of announcement? I don't know. Some fools, either they think that we are all fools, or we have to think that they are fools. Any other question? Yes. Illi.
My name is Thakur Janiani and I am legal advisor for ARG Steels and Private Limited. Sir, my small question is on legal classification of MSME industries. My client is having an investment of 9 crores and turnover is 100 crores. But whereas the classification says and, where is the classification false exactly? This is my question.
And is correct.
Yeah. So
and either see only one criteria if you meet, it need not be. If one criteria is advantageous to you, it is still a small enterprise.
It falls under small
enterprise because your investment is less than 10 crores.
Yeah, investment is approximately 9 crores, sir.
Okay, then it is a small enterprise.
But turnover is 100 crores, sir.
There is no problem. It is still a small enterprise.
Sure, sir.
Yes, and definition is about and, not or. Is there see? Here definition you can see micro investment up to 1 crore and turnover up to 5 crore. Small investment up to 10 crore, above 1 crore up to 10 crore and turnover up to 50 crore. And here also 50 crore and 250 crore. It is and, not or. That is the advantage in new definition. Clear? Okay.
Anyone else?
And means both conditions should be fulfilled or any one of the sufficient? No, both. And means both. So here they are violating one of the conditions. Yes. Not violating. They have taken take shelter under old one only. No, because what I am trying to say is, and means both conditions should be fulfilled to fill in that particular category. Not fill in. It will exceed that category. Otherwise, it will still stay in that category.
Then 10 crore and
Like.
So basically the category is less than 10 crore and less than 50 crore. So both the conditions should satisfy to be a small enterprise. In this case, investment is 9 crores and turnover is 100 crores. So and condition, second point is not satisfied. So it is classified as medium enterprise and not small.
Is it like that?
Yes.
I have my own doubt. No.
Of the condition and means both. Even I understand the same.
Okay, let me see.
My question is relating to the PGCP, this one, sir. Sir, actually, for applying that
PGCP,
the Prime Minister Employment Generation.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that, PMEGP. Sir, my question is, for applying the loan, we have to visit the KVIC website. They have given some set of project reports. We have to select any one project, whatever is available. So I am having the different mindset and a new business idea. That business is not listed in that list. So I want to apply for my new business idea. How I can go ahead, sir, in that case? Actually, they are asking you have to select anyone, whatever the project list is there. Because last time I spoke to DIC
also. DIC also. Even DIC you can go also. You can speak to them. They will guide you also. DIC also.
Sir, I spoke to them. They told, okay, you select this or that, whatever is available there, sir. In case I am going for women entrepreneurs, sir.
That is your computer and operational issue.
No, they are telling I am having different business idea. They are telling, okay, you select a tailoring activity, tuition activity like that. But actually, I am doing different business.
Yeah, I got it.
So
that is their operational issue. That you have to decide.
Who decide this? Is finance ministers or RBI or government?
No, Department of Company Affairs. This MSME ministry is there separate.
Because the problem is there, whether this, when it is declared, whether it has to be gazetted or not to be gazetted.
No, it is gazetted. MSMED Act, as per MSMED Act only it is amendment takes place.
So then after the gazetted, it has to go to the respective departments.
Yes.
Example, if a Karnataka government, there are different government departments are there.
No, it is not Karnataka, it is central. All the states it is same.
In case, for example, the Pollution Control Board, their fees are depending upon this investment and this everything.
Correct. Correct.
These people are saying that we do not have received this statement from the government of India. So we are not able to apply this rule for this one.
No,
we are
that-
going to apply the last year's one, and accordingly we...
No, you can substantiate them, you can convince them. If they don't agree, you can go to their higher authority, you can
It has
appeal.
gone to, even it has gone to the ministry also. Through it has gone to Kasia also. I'm from Belgium.
Okay.
So we have to do everything, but still they are saying that we are not able to do anything. You have to pay the fee as per the last statement.
No,
And we are paying, and
then
that
you
is
have
very
to
high.
take, then you have to take the matter in higher authority through governmental and get it solved.
We went through LUB also, Lagudhyog Bharati also. That person is also there on the board.
See, any issue regarding MSME, there is a champion portal is there. You can put it down, last try you can do in champion portal. Any of your issues, any of your ideas, you can post in that champion portal. Normally they will address your grievance in that champion portal.
When industry minister, Mr. Nurani Sahab also when he visited Belgaum Foundry Trust, we
Okay. No, you put in MSME champion portal, then you see.
He also didn't do anything on that.
Yeah, but you can do in champion portal. Because in champion portal, any of your issues can be posted in that. You can try, no, last try.
Thank you.
Okay, any question?
Sir, my simple just a question is, normally these bank rates are in floating rates, the PSL or ML or whatever rate they have. Is there any of the scheme where we get fixed interest rate, and whether it is beneficial, not for the working capital, for the assets we want to buy, capital?
See, it depends. Earlier they used to have a term, a fixed rate of lending for even housing loans, also schemes were there. But due to wide fluctuation in bank rates, especially nowadays you have seen, after COVID there is 2.5% increase in repo and reverse repo. That's why bankers nowadays they don't take under fixed rate, they go under floating rate only. They don't.
But it can be beneficial for you also. See, if you take a fixed rate, which is on the higher side, tomorrow the rate drops. If it's a floating rate, it's beneficial for you. It works both ways.
But if you want fixed rate, you can borrow from KSFC. Then it is always fixed. If it is 40, now all over India, if it is 9%, they charge even for women entrepreneurs 14%. Then 10% subsidy from government, then they say that we are giving loan at 4% interest. That is fixed rate. But highest rate.
Good evening, sir. My name is Madhuri and I'm representing Alphonse Life Science from Belgaum. So my question is regarding Udyog Aadhar. So when we have this Udyog Aadhar certificate generated, since ours is a biotechnology firm, initially we had chosen manufacturing as a category. But being a biotech firm, we have service sector as well, wherein we test certain raw materials and we give analytical services. But they told us that you can choose any one of the sectors. So is there a possibility
Are you doing manufacturing?
Yes, sir.
Then you let it be in manufacturing. Manufacturing can
No,
be
but
service.
during the audit, when we are trying to take enable accreditation, they ask us the certificate where you are being registered as a service industry also.
Okay.
So is there a possibility to...
No, what you can do, the additional activities column will be there.
Okay, sir.
Manufacturing also you can do, and the service activity column also you can add services also. Both you can do.
Okay.
There is a provision.
There is a provision.
That is in Udyam registration as per new rules.
Okay.
Udyog Aadhar you have to need to change to Udyam registration. Now, you cannot have Udyam Aadhar now. It need to be migrated to Udyam registration, and in that both you can put. And suppose one PAN number, if there are two units with two different entities also, there is a provision to put in Udyam registration. And if you have still a problem, what you can do is you can give subtitle name for that service unit, and you can reach both the units under one PAN. That also possible.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. This is Sarva Bhushan, Chartered Accountant. I just wanted to know the secret behind your last discussion. Actually, you were almost 200 videos you did for MSME. I think you contributed more towards the MSME sector. But still, when Mr. Tegri asked question, you said you again supported corporates only. What is the secret behind this? Because you
But one thing
when I am asking a question,
one thing I will tell you.
when I am asking a question, you cannot overtake me. You should not overtake
topic for today. Let us
This
see our
is my
topic for the session. Let us see the topic. There are so many people who are ready to ask many more queries that are relevant to the
Can you
question.
please listen to me? Can you please listen?
Yeah, understood.
Can you please listen to me? Can you please listen to me? Can you please listen to me? Can you please listen to me?
How much time?
Say 2 minutes. No, you are not.
Not 2 minutes. Question is only 30 seconds.
You should listen to me.
No, not possible.
If not, that,
why I should listen?
No, then you cannot. This is a MSME program, but you are pro corporate.
You are asking no pro corporate.
He asked questions.
See, these are nonsense questions. I am not interested in any of
This is not the nonsense question. This is
nonsense question.
You should not make it
Nonsense question.
This is the nonsense question.
I am not because I am a chartered accountant. 1 minute. I am a chartered accountant. 1 minute. I am a chartered accountant. I am representing only MSMEs. Then how can you?
This is a MSME sector.
Yeah.
It should be restricted to MSME and pro MSME you can speak.
Okay. Now what is your question?
You said the corporates are better. They are contributing better.
Yeah.
You said
I have not told that corporates are
You
better.
said that there is a. I think there is no.
See now, I am not interested to entertain this question. There was one more question somebody. No, give that.
Okay, thank you.
One minute.
You cannot make like this.
Last question.
1 second here. My question is, what is the role of Udyam registration or Udyog Aadhar in MSMEs?
It is an excellent question. Why no? What is your name? Srinidhi. Srinidhi. How can I believe that you are Srinidhi? What is the proof? Now just question. What is the proof that you are Srinidhi? Aadhar card. Like that. What is the proof for any entity is Udyam registration. Okay? Now it is simple answer, no? Correct. So, you are Srinidhi. How can I believe you? You should have Aadhar card or ID. Correct, no? In order to be Udyam identity, you should have Udyam registration. Clear? So, in India, the main problem is we have around 6 crore plus registered thing, but there are many more in crores. They are not yet registered. That's why those statistics are not available. Only 11 crore are employed in MSME sector, but there are much more employment is generated, but it is not formalized because of non-registration. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಉದ್ಯಮ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಕಿರಾಣಿ ಅಂಗಡಿ ಉಂಟು, ಅವರು ಉದ್ಯಮ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. Like that, many units they have not formalized. They have not come into the what you can fold of this udyam registration. If you do udyam registration, then only it will be calculated for statistics. Okay, any benefit under MSME, even power sanction and all for MSME, under MSME scheme, udyam registration is a must.
Sir, this is Prakash from Karnataka. From banking perspective, can you please throw light on 44 AD, AEAM? Because in some of the financials we saw that it is 8%, some financials we saw 40% calculation.
See, as per 44 AE, AD, AF and all, it is very simple. If it is transaction through banking channel, minimum declaration is 6%. Other than from banking channel in cash mode, it is minimum declaration is 8% or higher amount. If they have more amount, any amount more they can declare. Okay, but if you fund more than 10 lakhs for working capital especially, other than term loan you will see DSCR and repayment capacity. You have to insist for audit report from a chartered accountant under audit report for non-corporate borrower on RBA format is there, then only you can fund. Okay? Okay, here the forum I will tell you only to enlighten what are the opportunities, schemes under MSME sector. I am not here to talk about any policies, any corporate or non-corporate. And for your kind information, all my clients are MSME clients, so I don't have any corporate client with me only. For the last 35 years, I am doing only MSME practice only. I don't have any corporates. I don't support any corporate. But somebody told corporate, ಆಲದ ಮರ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬೇರೆ ಮರಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮರವೂ ಬೇಕು, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಗಿಡವೂ ಬೇಕು. So one Jindal is there here. Correct? One Jindal factory is here.
Yes, sir.
If you want to get steel, can MSME prepare for manufacture steel? For MSME raw material, who has to give? Only big enterprises should give raw material to the small units. See, but one thing is there, because of that big plant is there, many other MSMEs they are surviving.
We get so many business here.
So many businesses are there. But the purpose of encouraging MSME by government is, see, out of the total MSME units, you may be surprised, 94% of the total units in India in MSMEs, they are micro. 5% are 5% of the total MSME units, they are small. Only 1% is medium enterprise. Then what is the support to corporates? See, that is the reason. See, priority sector lending in banks, even Reserve Bank of India, they have priority lending these norms for agriculture and MSME. Corporate, it is not coming under priority for bank. It is coming under non-priority. So there is no case they are supporting corporates. But one thing I will tell you, in any economy for the development, corporate should exit. Small units should also exit. They should coexist. Okay. Before I exit, I told that both should exit. Okay. Exit.
And even the large industries, they were also earlier MSME only. If we go back and see Ambani's, maybe Adani or even Birla, what you just mentioned. Om Prakash started his business with 40,000 rupees. He came from Calcutta and started his business with 40,000 rupees. It is their thinking, their way of thinking, they think out of box. They have the vision 20 years above. They are ahead 20 years above. They today plan what industry is going to run after 20 years and they start their business in that way. So nobody are supporting any corporates. This conference is only to enlighten the policies and scheme of MSME. A big round of applause to both the speakers, father and son, Mr. Nayak and Sanket Nayak. They spoke for marathon 2.5 hours non-stop. I request all the members present here to give them the standing ovation. Thank you, sir.
You kept everyone away. And to present the token of gratitude, I call upon CA Vinod Bagrecha sir and Sapshetty sir. Please.
Panaras sir also.
Panaras sir also.
To receive, sir? To receive or to put out?
To put out.
Startups.